Hey, what is good, what is good, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who it is, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another classic video for you guys today. If this is your first time watching the Dr. Mike TV video, by all means, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, check out all of my online platforms listed in the description area below. Also, make sure you check out the ebooks. They are always there at your disposal, by all means, listed in the link in the description area below. You know, Dr. Mike wants to go ahead and get into this one. I do not wish to be before you long, but every time I say that, I end up babbling for about 20-30 minutes. So, I wanted to ask you guys about something because I was having a conversation with a subscriber. He hit me up in email, and he asked me a very, very interesting question. I wish that I had my phone with me now because I will read it, but I can give you the general synopsis of what the email was talking about. He brought up an interesting point that I never once considered. Now, of course, back in the day when I wanted to meet young ladies in the Philippines, even if I was there, I still had an online social media platform. Back in the day, there was Friendster. Yeah, I'm talking about way back in the day. We had MySpace, and we had a whole bunch of free sites that we could use. Even today, there are a lot of free online dating sites that you can use. But although there are many free ones, there are also some that you pay for. There are some online sites that you pay for. Off the top of my head, I mean, I think you guys know the ones, but off the top of my head, I can't really think of the one in which he mentioned in the email. I want to say it was Filipina I want to say that, but this is not a plug. But I think he was talking about, you know, one of those sites, right? So he asked me the question. He was like, yeah. He was like, I figured, you know, with all of the free sites out there, the free sites would naturally get all of the lower income, certain types of Filipinas to be on those sites, right? But if you were on an online platform in which you were required to have a membership or pay a membership fee, he felt like this would weed out or get rid of the more desperate, looking for someone to take care of them type of Filipina. All right, I'm not saying this is all of them, but in his mindset, he was like, if I sign up for a platform where you have to pay to be on it, maybe I wouldn't have to come across the Filipinas that were, you know, the normal ones that you find on these sites where they're, you know, begging and asking for money. And I was like, you know what, that would be absolutely something, you know, that would be something that I would think to be right as well. But then again, he said that he was talking to a young lady that he's been talking to for about 6 months or so or more. And then just recently, you know, the situation of money came up. Now, I guess it baffles my mind because I figure if you're on this site and you're paying for it, I only assume that the ladies are paying to be on this site as well. You know, there are sites here that, you know, there are sites that I know of in the United States wherein both participants have to pay for. But I'm thinking to myself, maybe the ladies have free membership to the site and the men have to pay. I'm not sure. But what I do know is that with these membership sites where both parties are required to pay for, I would think that that would help to weed out some of the women asking for money type situations, because you can't just get on this site and not have money because you have to be able to pay for it through a card or something like that. But then again, a lot of things run through my mind because I never sit still and my mind is always consistently moving. I was like, maybe if the women hypothetically did have to pay for it, maybe they could get money from a relative or something like that. I know that's far-fetched. And then they pay the money back through the asking of money through the foreigners on the side or something like that. So, you know, I was coming up with a whole bunch of different scenarios, but I was like, if the men have to pay and the women have to pay to be on the site, why in the world would you ever come across, you know, those certain kind of Filipinas that you would find on, you know, your normal free sites? And, you know, I'm bringing this one to the table, guys, because I can only spat out some theories and, you know, hypotheses, but ultimately, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, because number one, I don't know what the variables are. I don't know if both the men and the women who are on these sites both have to pay, or if it's just the men that have to pay and the women have free membership, because of course, most of the guys are there looking for women, more so than there are women on the site. Foreign women, I should say, on the site looking for like Filipino or local men. So it baffles me to bring this one to the table, because I would have figured that his, you know, his thought process would be accurate, because that's how I would think too. If I'm gonna be on a site where I gotta pay and everybody has to pay, then I assume that you have your own money to be able to pay to be on this paid site. Correct me if I am wrong. If I am wrong, let me know. If I am right, tell me I am right. I'm sorry, I'm sitting down. But let me know. You know, I'm definitely interested to hear what you guys have to say about this one, because maybe you know more about this than I do. All right. But when I was reading his comments and I was reading his email, you know, he mentioned a lot of other interesting facts. You know, this is what I would think, you know, when it comes to women in online situations. I'd be like, okay, if you meet a woman online on these online free sites, chances are you run across the ones that I would consider to be, for lack of a better term, the low-hanging fruit. Again, low-hanging fruit is not always the bad because, you know, even the ones that are a little bit higher up on the branches, they may not be as good as the low-hanging and vice versa. You feel me? But ultimately, I love to use that as an analogy because it explains a lot about, you know, the ease of getting with certain women. If you really want to know my thought process around the low-hanging fruit, it was basically an explanation of how easy it could be to get with the women that are part or considered to be the low-hanging fruit. You know, it's easier to get with them, but the ones that you have to try for, you know, they're a little bit higher up, and, you know, hopefully the ones that you have to try for would be worth it, you know, to you at least. But when we talk about dealing with women on online sites and stuff like that, if both parties have to pay, I would expect the woman to have her own money. So why would she have to come to me or any of you guys to get money? And that is the million-dollar question mark. Again, I'm not sure of the process. I'm not sure how it really goes down. Again, I'm not the pure genius when it comes to online dating. Again, like I said, I had Friendster. Friendster was my online dating site back in the day. We talk about early 05, 06, 07. You know, I did have a Friendster account, and you guys know Friendster was basically the place to meet Filipino women back in the day. That was just before Facebook became popular, so I'm an old head. I'm an old social media platform head. You know, you got Instagram now, you got other platforms where you can slide into the DMs or the direct messages and, you know, get with women that way. That could be a good or a bad thing, depending. But, you know, ultimately, if you had to be on an online paid site and a woman basically came at you asking for money, I guess I would want to know, how would you feel about that site? Because I'm thinking to myself, man, damn, if I'm on here and I gotta pay and she's on here and she has to pay, allegedly, then why is it that she's coming at me asking me for money? You feel me? And that's just something that I find ironic, because I think that if you are a good Filipina and you are a professional and you are looking for a man and you do have the money in your pocket to actually pay to be on these paid sites and you utilize them, I'm thinking to myself, that would be able to pair you, hopefully as a foreigner, to somebody who is on a level slightly above, you know, your normal Filipina. You dig? And, you know, I guess that's just something that runs through my mind. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Don't know how you guys think about it. That's why I open the topic, I bring it to you guys, and I let you comment in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think. Do you think that online paid sites require both parties to pay, both male and female? Do you feel like being on these online paid sites should give you the opportunity to reach a little bit higher than your average to get a specific type of Filipina in the country? And do you believe that these paid sites should be attractive to the professionals? And why is it that you may find the individuals that are still considered the lower income individuals, a lower income lady, still on sites that require you to pay? $1 million question, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe you guys know the answer, because I certainly do not. With that being said, the good doctor is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means we are going now. Bye-bye. As always, I love you guys. Sincerely, I do. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.